Welcome back to the Wiccan Forum. Since our very last episode, we've had a lot of things happen at the store. First of all, I'm not going in any specific order, but we've had our dumb supper, which was totally amazing. We had 22 people here. It was full of energy. I had to tell somebody off afterwards, but it was okay. Not everyone.
It's all semantics.
Yeah, it really is. 49 years old or 45 years old, acting like he's 5. But hey, whatever, you know. Gotta do what you gotta do. No, he's 50.
No, he's older. He's 50, yeah.
Ooh. No, not really my point, but I had to do some age order, and I knew how old she was. And okay, moving on.
Because I know he wasn't sitting right next to me, so I know.
Okay, we're not doing that. Okay. It was a beautiful, solemn occasion where you have to sit through a 7-course meal in complete silence, and you wear all black, and you bring a picture of your dead loved ones, and put it out. You set a place for them, and you sit in age order, so you go in a complete circle.
From eldest to youngest.
So right now we're actually sitting in age order, youngest to oldest, and
Yes.
spirits.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We can have our own.
And we have black and white candles, so that's perfect.
And you have to have everything in black and everything in black. No.
Well, the plates and the cups and the candles,
Yeah.
everything were in black.
Yes, everybody had a votive candle in front
And
of them.
someone did a fantastic job of covering the votive candle holders with black tape, so everything was essentially black. That's the first time in the 3 years we've run it where the candle holders were black.
Bravo.
So kudos to the person that did that.
Well, thank you. Okay, I'm done. Okay, and then we had our beautiful Samhain ritual, which was full of energy, and Steve ran it.
Okay, I've had a ritual before where I've had to shush somebody during a ritual. This time I actually had to have the experience of telling someone they could not enter our sacred circle because they didn't abide by the rule and either A, wear a costume or all black in a mask. I felt sorry that I had to tell this person to leave, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I tied the dumb supper into the Samhain ritual by saying you could send a petition to a loved one in the cauldron. So I did have the person that I had the picture of the dumb supper. I had that picture on my altar. And we sent off the wishes by putting it on a postcard. And we took a stick of incense, a cone of incense, and powdered incense, and put a bit of each in the cauldron to represent the crone, her staff, her stone, and her bones. It was really an interesting ritual, and it was really great to look up to see like a room full of costumed people. It was really incredible. The energy was incredible and high.
You actually got to meet Miss Witch 1692,
Yes.
and I crowned my successor, Miss Witch 1693.
And I think we know who Miss Witch 1694 is.
I don't know. Maybe some front runners. Anybody? Just I don't know. I can't say. You know, as a former queen myself, I really can't say.
I'd be careful how you use that phrase.
Whatever.
Well, that's okay. It was an evil queen herself that ran the ritual.
As I was saying,
Speaking of the ritual, I also want to mention that it did come full circle from the Beltane ritual
Yes.
that you actually did.
Well, yeah, we took the ribbons off of Beltane and all of the wishes, and we burned those as well. The only thing I have to say about your Samhain ritual is I thought your altar was a little cluttered, and you should have used a second one.
I could have had 4 inches more around, and then I would have been able to fit even more
think it was
candles.
just a little too much.
I had a lot of stuff to tie in from the
I'm
years.
not saying that.
I
Just
know.
take it.
But I tied in everything I could from the previous rituals to bind the Wheel of the Year. Thank you for mentioning
no
that.
No problem. I'm just saying.
But that's okay. Everybody that's seen the pictures from the ritual said, how many candles did you have? What is that big staff there? I said, that's from Lake George. Everything for the past year has been tied together. But enough of the Samhain ritual. Before that, we had another beautiful ritual, the Blood Moon ritual.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my Lakshmi ritual.
No, we have,
that'll be next.
Okay, sorry.
You have to let me try to get things in chronological order, if
Good
you
luck.
will.
How's that working out for you?
With me being brain dead, it's not working
Yeah, okay.
too well. But anyway, before the dumb supper, we had the Blood Moon ritual, which was kind of done in Native American style. It was really awesome. We made medicine bags for that ritual. So now I have medicine bag, a mojo bag, and another power bag hanging in my car, which is 3. But it was really an incredible ritual. There was no burning, no anything like that. It was just like a really intense, good feeling ritual.
Now her altar was very simplistic, and that it doesn't have to be elaborate, it doesn't have to be ostentatious, and
it doesn't have to be cluttered, but I like cluttered.
But it's too much clutter. Too much clutter. I had you work properly on that altar. It was too cluttered.
I did work properly on the altar.
Oh, whatever. Okay.
Okay, my next ritual will be very simple. I'll just have 2 candles and a few
That's
tools.
not what I'm saying. No.
I know.
There's a fine line between clutter.
There are people that can
Lakshmi
work.
ritual?
Yes,
it was just last Saturday. Now that was an elegant ritual, if I must say so myself. Kudos.
That was a very full, vibrant, alive altar.
It was.
And it was not cluttered. It was
No, it
perfectly
wasn't.
workable.
It was elegant.
But it was also
sophisticated,
the biggest
not
altar.
ostentatious.
The biggest altar I have seen since the Isis ritual. So someone actually had
Technically,
thought out
it's
the
probably
time.
bigger than the Isis ritual because I think she used that smaller table in front, and I used the bigger one. By the way, all pictures can be found on Facebook. By the way, where was I going? I had to do it. She's my goddess, and I had to present her in the right fashion, and it was just.
And you did a fantastic job.
I
You did it
offered,
totally different than last
instead
year.
of cakes and ale, I did bananas, strawberries, and pineapple chunks, and for the
Pineapple, coconut, and mango juice.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
pineapple, coconut, yes, and mango juice. So and it was great. It was a beautiful ritual, and we did the 16 types of wealth, and it was just a magical night.
It was
and
also usually, which is something we don't usually do, there was also a meditation during the working as well.
Which was really an awesome meditation.
It was my first time running a meditation, per se, because I've never done one. I don't like to speak in front of crowds. I don't know where. Okay.
But you like to speak, so I mean, go figure that one.
Okay.
Okay.
And but.
And Judy did very well as your high priestess.
Yes, she
as your
actually
did a
priestess as
fantastic
well,
job.
excuse me.
Kudos to, she's got 2 rituals coming up. The
Back to
November
back.
full moon, which is on Saturday, and she's got Yule coming up. And props to Debbie because she's got her December full moon coming up.
Can I say a thank you?
Sure.
I'd like to say thank you to Lisa for acting as my priestess at the Samhain ritual. She did a fantastic job.
And I have to say her husband looked really good in a dress. But I want to say something. Okay, we're talking about rituals and everything like that. I want to talk about degrees, and you can chime in if you want. I've noticed some people do not take the degrees seriously, and it really disheartens me of how lackadaisical people are about actually showing up for events and showing up to rituals.
What I can't stand...
Hi, am I finished?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I'm done.
What I was going to say, I don't think it's right that certain people go around the room to find out who's running what ritual. If you're Wiccan, you should show up at every ritual. It doesn't matter whether I'm running it or you're running it.
It's about being part of a family.
You're part of the group.
Because if this was a coven, it would seriously be that you would have to attend every single one, even if you're sick or if your child had a school play or whatever it was, you would have to be there. And in the family, we're a little lax on the rules, which is fine because it's a family. Come and go as you want. Okay? But for you to say, okay, I'm only going to show up to, let's say, Manny's rituals, or Manny say, I'm only going to show up to Steve's ritual, well, that's BS. Okay, you have to support all the other people because we've got a lot of people doing their first time rituals. And I think people are just taking it lightly.
Too lightly,
it's
absolutely.
Just really just a shame. And it makes people that really go out there and do it well, give them a bad name. We're just going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.